Welcome to the SJ Child Show. This episode is sponsored by Water and Body Basics. Visit 3440 South, 5600 West, West Valley City, Utah. Mention SJ Childs today.
Hi, and welcome to the SJ Child Show. I'm your host, SJ Childs, and today I have a really special guest, April Imani-Smith. Did I pronounce that correctly? Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to have you on the show today because I am personally a fan of veterans. I think that I honor you, and I am so thankful for the service that you have for our country, and excited to chat with you today and hear your story and your success and your award-winning businesses. And so, yeah, let's just jump right in and get started. Thank you so much for being here today, April.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be able to represent the woman veteran community, and just to kind of tell a little bit about myself. I'm naturally an introvert, so it's always good when I have the opportunity to share my story.
Yeah, definitely. You're from Jacksonville, Mississippi. Is that where you're at now, or are you from there originally?
I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I currently reside in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, sorry. Florida, of course. Yeah, right. I'm obviously on the West Coast and don't travel on the East Coast very often. That's great. Yeah, you said it's hot and muggy there today, and it's hot and dry here. So we're both misering in our own types of misery. Commiserating, right? That's for sure. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Definitely an honor, and I want to support veterans. Like I said to you, I really had hoped to do this at another wonderful date, but it's important to honor our veterans every day for their services, not just a date that they provide on a calendar. So I'm so happy to have you here today. Tell us about what got you started. When did you decide to join the military, and what part of the military are you a part of?
Okay. I didn't really have any immediate family members in the military, but I needed a change of pace. Being in my environment, just being a knucklehead, just to be honest, I needed something to far remove me from what I had going on. So I just basically woke up one day. Somebody had mentioned it to me, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I decided to go in at the age of 20. And it's crazy because things come back around full circle. I actually joined the military right after high school. As soon as I got to boot camp, I found out I was pregnant. So I actually came right back home, and then I was like, it's not meant to be. So I decided to go another route, and then things just wasn't working out. So I needed a change of pace, and that's what the military, it gave me. It gave me, stability, a different environment for me to grow, and just come into who I am today.
I love that. Definitely. Oh, that's wonderful. Tell us a little bit more about your experiences that you had. Were you stationed here in the US? Did you travel?
Yes, I actually, because when I joined, I thought I wanted to go back home. So my recruiter told me if you graduate top of your class or in A school and boot camp, you'll get to go back home. And so I'm like, yeah, I can still be in the military and still kind of be a knucklehead. But God have a funny way of working out, because actually I did graduate top of my class both times. And when it was time to pick orders, I had to get my wisdom teeth removed. So I actually got the bottom of the barrel, which was Washington State. So God saw fit to move me clear across the And I needed that. I needed that change of environment, because, like I said, I needed to outgrow my background, and that's what it helped. So I was in Washington State for 3.5 years, and then I transitioned to San Diego, California, which I loved. I was there probably about about 4 years, and then I got stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, as a Navy recruiter, and that was my last tour. And I decided to get out.
Oh, that's great. Well,
Mhm.
I love that you are able to travel and get, like you said, that different type of experience from different environments, different cultures, different ideas. They have different perspectives. I mean, it's such a broad sense of things, isn't it? And I
Absolutely.
I absolutely love that. The military brought that to my family as well. The sense of traveling and moving and meeting new people. And, I think that I probably attested to being able to have such a great time making these amazing connections today. Right.
Right, right, right.
And what kind of got you started when you got home and decided to start a business for veteran women? Tell us about that.
So when I first got out, I kind of wanted to detach myself from the military. I know that sounds crazy, but I was like, veteran is for old people. Like I'm not. I don't. I didn't embrace my veteran status, and then I actually joined the military sorority, and I kind of really got back in touch with my military roots, and it let me know how important it is to be a woman veteran. So with that being said, I used to tell my husband that I'm a great gift giver. So I would always make these items or gifts for people. And he like, listen, you can give your time, but don't give away our money. I need you to charge people. So it kind of, my business is She Is Creations. We're a woman disabled veteran owned business. And what I do is we specialize in custom apparel. So we help bring other people's vision to life. So whether you are an individual with self-expression, a small business organization, corporation, government entity, we help you become a walking billboard for your company and or
Wow.
organization. And I just love it. I love when my clients bring me an idea and we make it come to life. I've been in business 4 years, but it has allowed me to become a full-time entrepreneur the last 2 years. We do have a brick and mortar location. And so we're doing some really great things. So I'm excited to be able to wake up and do what I love every day.
I love that. I think there's nothing better than doing that. I feel like I'm doing that now too. And, I hope I'm making a difference in, hundreds, if not thousands of families' lives and bringing value to the people who, want to hear it. So I think that that's fantastic. And there's so many veterans who, like you said, probably want to detach themselves, don't feel like maybe they have the support or don't know where to look for support. And that's so hard. And I want to, give as many resources as possible. Where is a good place to start if you are a female veteran and you want to get started or find out more information about your business?
I would definitely here in Jacksonville. So I don't know about any other cities. We have a Veteran Chamber of Commerce, and so they have a lot of good resources. So if your city has a Veterans Chamber of Commerce, I would definitely look into that. You have we partner a lot. I do a lot of things with the Wounded Warriors that help, get you to your benefits that you're entitled to. And I would just tap into any veteran resources in your center because it's so different from place to place. And I really wish there was like a place where it's just everything centralized.
Yeah.
And it's not. Like I said, I'm a part of a military sorority, Alpha Gamma Psi military sorority. So everybody is a resource because what you may know, I don't know. And what I know you don't know. So I just think getting connected. We also have Women's of Northeast Florida, which is an organization that helps women veterans. So I just try to get connected with different organizations or women veterans or regular or just any veteran organization because you don't know what you don't know. And when I got out, there was nobody to say, hey, these are some of the service that might be useful to you. I know with my organization, we kind of attack the women veteran homelessness because when you get out of the military, it's like a fish out of water. Like, you get all the benefits in the military, but then you get out and it's like, now what? How do I take those skills over? How do I write a resume? Because I may be a Alpha Delta in the military, but what does that say for a civilian? mean, people that, especially that have served 20 years, they've never did a job interview. They don't know etiquette and things like that. So I just think tapping into any resource to kind of help, even a basic resume writing class or interviewing skills would be so helpful for veterans or just any veteran at all.
Yeah, I love that. I do. I think that that's so important that we find support in our communities because there are so many pardon me, veterans like yourself that start these organizations because they see the need for them, because they see the value that it brings to our veteran communities in all of the states and, worldwide, I'm sure, just anywhere that they can, be of service to them. So that's just amazing. What kind of feedback have you gotten from some people that may have gone through your program or in your business?
Just a lot of feedback, even just to feel good about themselves, because everybody's not set out for entrepreneurship, because I'm also, a business coach, a creative business coach, where I help people in the creative world kind of be successful and strategize their business. So definitely the feedback is just helping them get that start. Because a lot of times people want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know how. And you don't have to, like, every entrepreneur does it different. Like, I stayed on my corporate America job for 2 years until I decided to go. So just helping them find their quitting number. So when they come and say, oh my goodness, you changed the way I think, or you've helped me grow my business so I can quit, or so I can have a healthy balance between working a full-time job and having a business, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I play golf and I'm a yoga instructor. So people are like, it must be nice to go play golf at 9:00. Yeah, but you don't see the midnight that I'm up, doing things.
Exactly.
So it's definitely, it's worth it, but it's a lot of work, I do wish I could just go back and get a check.
Yeah.
But no, I love my business, and I love helping other women veterans or male veterans start their business.
Nice.
And kind of continue to see them grow.
Wonderful. Well, I love that. And I'm so glad that we got to connect finally. I know it took a little bit, but we finally made it here to be together here. Tell us, I really just I'm honored and I appreciate your tenacity. You're so deciding to really buckle down, get yourself where you needed to be. Is there any like personal mantras or anything, like, is there something special you tell yourself to just get through those tough times that you can tell our listeners today?
Absolutely. I also have a line of empowerment t-shirts, and I tell people every year at the beginning of the year, I start off with an affirmation or a mantra. So this year, my affirmation is, when I say yes, what am I saying no to? And so every decision that I make, I have to know what I'm saying no to, whether it's my sleep, my time, work, a commitment. And that's important because it helps me stay on schedule. It helps me stay on track. It helps me keep from double booking.
Balance yourself.
Last year, my word was resilient. And it's no matter what happens, be resilient. And during the year of COVID, you needed to be resilient.
Yes.
And I say that to say, when we opened our building, we moved into our building in February. COVID happened in March. So it's like, did we need a building? Like, what's going to happen? But I said no, because when you made the decision, you said you was going to be resilient and no matter what. And last year was our best year in business out of the 4 years. You just got to continue to put things in place to be successful. So every year, like I said, I pray about it and I pray what comes to mind. And so this year, when I say yes, what am I saying no to? And so self-care is important to me.
I love that.
I talked about being a disabled veteran, but I suffer from migraines that affect my nervous system. So part of my side goes numb from here to there. So self-care is important to me to be able to make sure that I have that healthy balance, so I can be productive at work with my family.
Absolutely. No, I also get migraines. Doesn't sound like maybe as severe as yours when I think migraines are just debilitating every way, right? I even watch my child who has autism, and so he doesn't communicate very well. And so that's just, I know you can just like see it in him, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's suffering. That's the worst thing ever. So I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. I will send you lots of healing vibes for any time that is happening. So yeah, I'm glad that we're connected now and can, lean on each other for support and stuff. I'm really honored to, like I said, have you on today. I want to wrap up by letting you tell everybody where they can find you, social media, websites, things like that.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram as she_is_April Imani-Smith, Facebook, April Imani-Smith. And for my business, She Is Creations, Instagram, She Is Creations, Twitter, She Is Creations, TikTok, and She Is Creations LLC, Facebook. You
Wonderful.
can also at aprilimani-smith.com. You can reach me at sheiscreations.com.
Wonderful. That's amazing. Sound like me and my 12 pages to run, right? Oh, that's great. Well, I'm just so thank you so much for being on today and for sharing your story and for letting the veterans in the community know that there are ways to get support. There's ways to get success in your life after and transitioning out of the military. So we are honored for your service and thank you so much for being here today. And of course, all you listeners know that all of those links will be down in the description. So you'll know where to find April. And she is tell me, I knew it. I just said it in my head, but then my words don't actually work. So
She is Creations.
She Is Creations. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here today, April. It's such an honor to talk to you.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch and catch up soon.
Okay.